Alrighty, everybody. Happy Saturday, June 15th. Today we are going to be charting out the market for the upcoming week, zones I'm going to be watching, areas of importance, whatever you want to call them, and reacting to what the market gives us. It is no secret that the market wasn't on an absolute rip these past couple of weeks, and June's been a very strong month. I mean, come on, dude, just straight up. Very little pullback, and every dip gets bought right back up and then some. So I think we have a solid tone set for the rest of the summer. And then I think we're going to see a little bit of a pullback in the fall and then the winter rip as we go into the holidays. And of course, the election. So let's get charting out some of these zones of importance, guys. And we're going to look at potential reversals, areas of places we might be able to take some trades. But if you look at the bottom of the market here in November all the way to the top, we kissed the 50% retracement damn near perfectly and then just bounced ourselves right back up. So naturally, if we had a crystal ball, we would know where it's going next, but we do not. So what are we looking at, guys? Please comment down below with what you're looking at as well. One thing I always like to do going into the week is just charting out what the high was right about in this general zone. And then where can we see potential reversals? So we have a massive fair value gap here. We've got another fair value gap here, even though this was kind of bounced on. But I do like this for this reason right here. And if you look left, you guys know I love looking left after this doji candle. Bam. So I would like to think we would see a solid bounce zone in here. This resistance that was clearly blown through and is now acting as support in this general area. I would like to think that we would then have a further retracement and test of this candle to get all these buy orders in the high 18,000s and really push us back up. So I want to leave that charted out here for now. And we have this fair value gap also. So we have some areas where we could potentially see a bounce through here and up, which would make a complete amount of sense if we grab some liquidity hanging out up here to sell this and short this down. Bang, bang. Who knows? So let's jump into the lower time frame. Let's hit the 4 hour, 240 minutes for those who love math. So as we zoom in, yes, clear support. We actually had a nice area of consolidation here. So this is balanced, and then we had a strong push up. So this fair value gap was tested somewhat on the 4 hour here. And as we're looking through, I do like this. There's a lot of buyer liquidity here. 4 hours of straight buy orders pretty much coming in, getting bought up. We did see some chop in this general area, though, and I'm sure a lot of people lost some evaluation accounts or took some losses here. But if you were able to weather the storm and realize we did not push below the 18,990 level, I mean, you had some nice rewards there. So I like this. I do think if we approach the 20,000 as we come on up here, guys, I just think we're going to see some strong selling pressure. That's just quite an aggressive move over the past month or two. But in this market, we're not paid to predict, we're paid to react. So just want to keep that in mind. Let's go from the 4 hour to the 1 hour. And again, just boatloads of liquidity right down here too in the low 19,000s. Is there a reason to be bearish in this market? I don't think I have the acumen or the intelligence right now to predict why we should be bearish, other than the fact that we're stuck at all-time highs. And quite frankly, if we can't go up, we're only going to go down. That's a very, infant explanation or whatever you want to call it to that. But it is what it is. One thing that is incredibly interesting is that right here we have 1, 2, 3 tests of the 19,500. We have strong rejection and buy up right here in this area. So for us to pull back through that, I mean, if we smash through the 19,500s, we're easily going down to the 300s right here. And I think the reason for that would be if we lose the highs and we smash through this and we can't get bought up and the sellers are just so damn strong, I would say we're most likely going to come down and retest this resistance zone to see if it truly is going to act as quote unquote support going forward. But again, we're starting to see these candles kind of shrink up here as we come towards these all-time highs. It'll be interesting to see how the market opens on Sunday evening. So we're in the hour. Let's jump down to the 30-minute. And look, we're getting further confirmation that these candles are starting to shrink up. Is the volume starting to come down? Who knows? We did have a strong squeeze up on this past Friday, but I do like what we're seeing thus far. And as we just move this right across, with this channel, we have a clear channel here from this low coming up. Okay, so rising wedge, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. But we have EMAs all in agreement that this market is bullish. And going into the week, sure, I have a bullish bias. Are we just going to see a continuation up through? Who knows? But again, we're not paid to know what is going on. We're just paid to react to what is going on. And again, I just really like this zone right down here. I don't think we would ever smash through the 18,000s again. Going into the 15-minute, let's zoom in. Just lots of liquidity down here, guys. Liquidity, more liquidity. So we have lots of quote-unquote swing lows, whatever you want to call them, that just show there is buyers for this market right through here. So all the way down to that 19,500. So that's what I am going to be watching for this week as we roll into it. I'm not going to bore you guys with a bunch of ICT concepts and all that stuff. I'm not really too sure about using some of those terms in terms of market structure shifts and all of those sort of models. I know I use some of those terms, but we had resistance here yesterday. And will this act as support? Because look at these strong buyers that came up, even in the aftermarket was pretty strong. So that's what I'm going to be watching for this week, is all of these levels, just to see if any liquidity gets rated, if we have any sweeps that come through. And as we look at the chart as a whole, this is an awful representation of it. But let's just go back to the daily. There is plenty of liquidity, plenty of buyers in this market. Again, it's just super strong. I'm bullish on it. I don't have a reason to switch my bias to bearish, but I'm always open to your guys' comments. So please like, comment, subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subs, so it'd be awesome if you guys could subscribe and help me get to that 1,000 number. That'd be pretty sweet. But any questions, drop them down below. Any type of content you guys want to see in the future, let me know, and I will see you in the next video.